Brett Pontecorvo here at mainstagetoableton.com, and today we're going to be talking about Ableton's built-in metronome. Now, in Ableton Live 9, there was only one option for metronome sounds. There wasn't a ton of different things you could do in terms of altering the sound, but Ableton 10 has stepped this up quite a bit. So let's go ahead and take a look, but before we jump in, I want to make sure that you guys like and subscribe to this channel, because every single Tuesday and Saturday I'm going to be posting new content. It's going to be super helpful. It's going to get you guys feeling really comfortable using Ableton Live, and I want to make sure you're plugged in to what's going on here at Mainstage to Ableton. So go ahead, take a second, hit like and subscribe, and let's check out this Ableton metronome. So the first thing that we need to do is find this metronome, and the on-off switch for the metronome is located right here. It's sort of this two-circle situation. If it's gray, it's off, and if it's yellow, it's on. And when I hit play, you'll hear how this works. Now on my computer, this is a little bit quiet, so if you wanted to adjust the sound, you could do that down here. And as you noticed, your transport controls whether or not the metronome is clicking, and also deselecting that makes the metronome go silent. So the next thing I want to look at over here is this tap button. So if you're looking to change the tempo of your song, or perhaps you're looking to sync the click with your band, you can always tap in a tempo, and it will start playing after 4 taps, which is a great little feature. Now, I want to talk a little bit about this drop-down menu, because the drop-down menu is part of what makes this metronome so special here. So you'll notice that there are some different categories, and we've got our count in here, and this has more to do with recording. So when you hit the record button, how long before it starts recording. But I want to focus on the sound. I want to show you guys the 3 different sounds that Ableton's metronome makes. So here's the classic sound, which you just heard. So I'm going to move over to click. Let's give that a listen. So that's sort of like the classic click sound, the one that like you kind of are used to hearing from, I don't know, it makes me think of that like tapping sound that you hear in the back of Blackbird. So if you're into that, that's one option for your sound, and here's the wood sound. Now some people complain that Ableton's classic click sound is not the best. I actually happen to really like it a good deal, and that's the one that I tend to use. But if I was going to pick another one, it probably would be wood. Now this section here is a really nice feature, this rhythm section, which is what I want to talk about next. This has to do with the subdivision of your time. Now in the past, if I wanted an 8th note click, I would have to change the time signature to 4/8 to make that a possibility. But now we have this very cool situation here where you can tell Ableton how you want it to click. So let's choose 8th note. And what you're going to notice is this is going to click 8 times per bar instead of 4 times. It's a nice feature. So you can have that set to any subdivision there. I don't know if you'd have a use for 16s, maybe at a slow tempo. Setting it at auto is going to make it do the most obvious thing. All right, 2 more things to chat about here, friends. The first one is over here. Now this is where you're going to change your time signature. This can be important if you're playing with a live band. I mean, honestly, it's always important. You want to make sure that your time signature is what you're working in. So 4/4 is really common, and that is the default, but you can change this by clicking and dragging up and down in whichever direction you would like, and the metronome is going to reflect that. So now we're in 3/4. And again, you can change your rhythm if you'd like. And last thing are these 2 buttons here. Now, if you're playing with a live band, These are some buttons that you're going to want to have mapped, because what this does is this nudges your tempo forward and back by just a little bit, which can be helpful if your band is starting to drift. And the other way. There you go. So that's Live's built-in metronome. It's actually become awesome to use in Ableton 10. At this point, I'm sure you've already liked and subscribed, so there's one more thing I want you to do, which is head over to my website and go to mainstagetoableton.com/go to get a copy of the Fast Track patch list guide. So that'll have you up and running with a main stage style patch list in Ableton Live in no time at all, and it's also going to allow me to get in touch with you so you can make sure that you are always in the loop with what is happening at Main Stage to Ableton, and you're up to date with all of the latest and most important information. Thank you guys so much for watching.